Good morning. Welcome back to another tip from Empower Your Voice, Unlocking Your Podcast Potential with your host, Lillian Cauldwell. And today we're going to talk about the mundane tips that you need to consider when you first start out podcasting. So, what am I referring to? People think that when they start podcasting, they need to go out and buy the most expensive equipment so they can produce the most wonderful sound quality and video. Well, I am here to tell you that's not how you start out at the very beginning. At the very beginning, the first thing you want to do, like anything else, is to go to Google and do your basic homework. So, what does your homework entail? Well, the first thing is write down on a piece of paper what you think you know in terms of buying your equipment. Yes, it makes sense to either have a desktop or a laptop. Now, with a laptop, you don't have to worry about everything because laptops like your tablet and or cell phone come equipped with video and audio already put into it. However, you can also add to it. So, the first thing you're going to ask Google is, how do I select podcast hardware? Don't say equipment because equipment can mean 1 to 20,000 different things. You want hardware. And then you're going to say, I'm just starting out. And you're going to ask Bing Chat AI or use Copilot with Microsoft and say, I am a beginner podcaster. What can I get? And then name a price that you want to stick to for when you go marketing or shopping. Best Buy is not always Best Buy. And you need to be careful when you buy anything from Best Buy or any other retailer. My suggestion to you is put down hardware, which equals either a tablet. You could do it by cell phone, just don't do your interviews by cell phone, laptop, or desktop. And then you're going to put down either a Mac or HP or Dell or Acer, or look up and say the 5 most recommended laptops for podcasting, and that will niche it down to you. So you go over, and that's exactly what you write in, and then you take a look at what's being sold. But don't buy it immediately. Oh no, you're still doing your homework. You're going to look up all the reviews. If you find any ones or twos mixed in with those reviews, don't bother investing your money. It needs to be at least a 3 and above. Why? Because it will make the difference in storage, bandwidth. You need to consider bandwidth when you do video because it uses a lot more than audio. And of course, the purer the sound you want, the more bandwidth you're going to need. And then you have to decide also whether it's going to be touch or the old fashioned kind with the keyboard. Again, you're not doing illustrations, you're not doing a lot of writing, but you'll be doing a lot of videotaping and a lot of audio. And yes, you will be doing some texting on your laptop or on your regular computer when you write out your notes. So look at the reviews, see what they have to say. And then there are a plethora of organizations and groups on Facebook and LinkedIn. Also on YouTube. Ask the right question with the correct keywords and you will get your answer. What do you recommend? PC Magazine. I endorse 100%. It gives you a very thorough explanation of what each tablet, cell phone, or tower, or regular computer will provide. And of course, if you do go into a place like Best Buy or Office Depot or a stationery store who sells electronics, tell them your purpose for using that set because it will make a difference. And you can say, Lillian, what's the difference between Mac and Apple? Well, Macs are usually recommended for internet talk radio, but they're also a big investment. So make sure that if you're really interested and passionate about podcasting and you want to invest the extra monies, then go ahead and buy a Mac. But also understand there's a learning curve with a Mac. It's not like Windows where you can sit down and go eeny, meeny, miny, mo and land on your feet. Macs are different. So make sure you take note of that. And that wraps it up for today. Thank you very much for joining me this morning and learning how to choose the right hardware equipment. You can listen to this all over again on youtube.com/PWR network _PW talk radio. You can also see it on our webpage on passionateworldtalkradio.com/blog. You can also see it on Facebook, LinkedIn. Facebook is facebook.com/Passionate World Radio and all the other directories in which we belong to. I also want to bring your attention that on April 2nd, which is a Tuesday, and April 5th, which is a Friday, on Tuesday at 7 p.m. for those who work or go to school, and Friday it's at 4 p.m. for those who are starting their spring break or on spring break. I guess spring break is over by then, but for students and also for people, semi-retirees and people who work part-time. Free masterclass on empowering your voice, unlocking your podcast potential. Free. You'll learn about the 7 C's of communication, the art of the interview, and mastering your interpersonal people skills. Lasts 45 minutes, and yes, it's interactive. So you will be called upon to explain to me, do you understand it? And tell me right back what you have just learned in your own words. April 2nd, April 5th. And then on April 19th at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, New York time, Vicki Esther Chang will talk about her book, Gold Nuggets, Digital Strategies for the Digital Age, with your host, co-author, Lillian Cauldwell. It also comes with a workbook. Please go over to Amazon.com, put in Vicki Esther Chang. The book will appear. It will look something like this. You really can't see it because it's also gold and the green screen absorbs it. But it's a podcasting book. It's based on the training I gave at the Boys and Girls Club of Modesto, California. Thank you very much for listening. Oh, one other thing. We are providing transcripts. So if you're interested in a transcript of these tips, or Lest We Forget -historical, or Cool Your Heels, or any of the other programs we air on Passionate World Talk Radio Network, then email me at pwrnetworkllc@gmail.com to register for the course, please go over to education.passionateworldtalkradio.com/registration. And you can reserve your seat either on the 2nd of April or the 5th, depending what your schedule looks like. Thank you very much. And remember, please keep tuning in. Thank you. I don't know.